No more wait. No more lying. No more failure to communicate. It's not happening. Not today, it's rainy.
Welcome back to Curbside Mechanics. I'm Jay.
And I'm Thomas. This is our cameraman, William.
Hello.
Today we're going to be working on the 2004.5 Dodge Ram 3500. And what we're going to be doing today is changing the transmission fluid in the manual transmission. So here's how we do it. So this truck has a 6-speed NV5600 transmission in it, and we're going to be draining the fluid and then refilling it. We're not going to be filling it through the fill hole where most people would be filling it. We are going to take out the center console where the cup holders are, take off the shifter tower, and we're going to put 6 quarts instead of 5 quarts in it. Now, if you notice, the mirrors, they're not folded out because I'm not towing anything, so there's no need for that. No ghost trailer. So some tools that you're going to need for this job is a drain pan, space can tools. I like to use impact sockets because they're expensive and I bought them, so I'm going to get my use out of them. 1/2-inch drive ratchet. And to take out the center console stuff, you're gonna need a longer extension to get the bolts out, 8mm. So let's get started. So already running into our first problem. Remember, 1 broken bolt at a time. Gosh, getting the knob loose. So in the meantime, we'll be right back. So finally broke it loose with the channel locks. Don't recommend doing that because you will make a lot of grooves on the ball. So we're gonna get this one off too. More grooves. I don't want to squeeze it any harder. So to take the center console and the shifter tower off, we got to remove this stuff. I think it's just a couple 8mm bolts. So we're going to take these off and then we'll be back. So after you get the center console piece out here, there's going to be some 8mm screws all around the base of the shifter tower. This is just a little boot and it goes over the shifter tower. So we're going to take that off, and also you have to take the gear shift lever off as well. It's a 19mm wrench, goes right here, and then just take it off like that. We're going to go ahead and do that now.
While he's working on that, we'll peep the new stickers that we got here at Curbside Mechanics. You might see these in some of our vehicles rolling around town. If you do, say hi. If any of y'all actually watch our videos. We're doing things.
So we got the shifter boot off here. We're gonna take the opportunity to clean all this stuff up because it most likely will never be touched again after we put it back together. So the shifter tower has, this is the shifter tower here, it has 4 bolts, it looks like. You can just peel back your carpet here a little bit. This is where we're going to be filling it from. So we're going to take these 4 bolts off, drain the transmission out of the PTO cover, and then we're going to fill it through here. So we'll show you how to do that in just a minute. So to drain the transmission, we're going to use the PTO cover here, which is this right here. Pretty sure you only have to take out the one bolt on the bottom here and it'll start draining. And you can take the cover all the way off, and there is something that's in the bottom of the transmission that's magnetized, so you can see if there's like a lot of metal shavings or chunks of metal. We're not going to do that today because it's starting to rain on us now. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this. So we've got the transmission draining. And we wait until it drains. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and take the shifter tower off. All right, so while the transmission oil is draining, we're going to go ahead and take off the shifter tower. Got the 4 bolts. Using a 3/8 inch socket. So there it is. This is your shifter tower. I'm going to show it down in here. That is the top of your transmission if you've never seen it. And while we're waiting, you can see there's a bit of leftover stuff from the gasket that was on here. We're going to go ahead and clean this all up. And we're going to use some copper gasket maker, and that's what we're going to be putting on this when we're done. But this is where we are going to fill it from. All right, so before you go to fill your transmission, make sure you put your plug back in. Very well, you're done. So this is what we're going to fill it with. This is Royal Purple Synchromax. It's for manual transmissions. We're going to put 6 quarts in. It calls for like 5 and like 5 point something, but we're going to go ahead and put an extra quart in. It makes the shift a lot easier. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to take our copper gasket maker and just apply a thin bead all the way around this gasket surface. All right, so you can see here we got the shifter tower back on, just the 4 bolts. Make sure you apply your gasket maker and then just tighten your bolts up, and you'll be done with that. And you'll put that back on, and like I said, we're gonna clean these things up before we put them back on, so we'll be back. All right, we got the shifter boot back on, as well as the stick. All right, so we got to put the center piece back in here. What happened to it? Don't worry about it. We're not going to discuss what happened to these here balls. They got chewed up. It's the last thing anybody wants is for their balls to get chewed up. In the meantime, we're just going to twist them. And so what you're supposed to do is, there's a little nut down there. We're going to put that on the ball. If you could hand me that nut, please. Let's put it on the ball here. Definitely don't want to use channel locks on your balls. Or else they will come out looking all shredded and whatnot, and then you're going to have to buy aftermarket balls. And
sounds like an unpleasant experience.
it's very unpleasant, actually. Gotta get a screwdriver. Perfect. Not good as new, but perfect. Give me that ratchet, please. Thank you. All right, so we got the center piece all installed, and looks like we've got everything else done. So all we got to do now is start it up and do a test drive. Much smoother. right, so we just got back from the test drive and the transmission shifts real smooth. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you have any suggestions on tuners, because I am in the market for one, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section below. And anyways, thanks for watching the video.